Welcome to the 2007 San Francisco Safari. On August 18th and 19th, players from all over California converged on Golden Gate Park in San Francisco for one of the largest and most anticipated events on the NorCal Series calendar. This year had even more added excitement as the San Francisco Disc Golf Club unveiled the newly expanded and redesigned 18-hole course. This tournament combines the culture of one of the largest cities in the world with a laid-back day in the park. Check out 14-year-old Leaf Swenson of Pacific Grove as he rips a drive in the CTP contest between rounds. Almost 200 competitors would show up for the two-day event that showcased the newly redesigned 18-hole course, as well as gave everyone a chance to try to tame the famous Safari course. The San Francisco Disc Golf Club has had strong leadership for years. Club leaders like Rob Byers and Ross Hammond and Mr. Neal from the NorCal crew once again did a commendable job of organizing over 200 disc golfers and offering a very enjoyable tournament. One of the most unique aspects of this tournament is interacting with the world travelers and locals as they come upon this tournament while exploring the park but have no idea what disc golf is all about. This course provides an amazing showcase for disc golf because of its location in one of the most famous parks in the world. As you can see, the peaceful tranquility that the park can provide while being completely surrounded by the concrete jungle that is San Francisco is what makes the park one of the most visited in the country and what gives local disc golfers an escape from the big city hustle. This tournament had a true celebration feel to it, as there was so much work that went into installing the course. The club had to deal with a lot of environmental concerns and political red tape, as over 5 years of hard work and persistence paid off. The tournament itself was pretty intense, as almost every division was a closely contested battle. Winners in the top divisions included Advanced Amateur Champion Sean Currier, Open Masters Champion Jeff Fieldler, and still battling through injury to win the Women's Open division, Kathy Manley. There were many winners throughout the weekend, including 3 aces, which is really impressive considering there weren't that many ace run holes on the long layout of these two courses. Yet perhaps the most impressive winner of the weekend was Central Cal's own J. Michael Berry. J. Michael shows up with a good-looking gal on his arm and goes on to beat players that are young enough to be his children.
I like that blue sparkle road a lot. I think that's I didn't have a lot of opportunity here to use it, but on the bigger, wide open courses, that's my main driver. The sparkle road is my favorite driver for long distance. It's a great disc.
You normally play the Open division?
No, almost never. Occasionally I play another division, but I almost always play Grandmasters. Yeah. I thought it'd be fun to play this week, give it a try.
Excellent. Tell me about your weekend.
That was a lot of fun. The weather was great. It's fun to play with all these different players. I usually don't get to play with all the open guys, so it's fun to actually play with them. A lot more pressure, makes every shot so much more important. So it was a lot of fun. I had a good time. I got kind of lucky. A lot of the players didn't play good, and I played pretty decent, so it worked out okay.
Which course did you prefer, the new permanent course or the Safari style?
I like both of them. The only thing I liked about the permanent one more is the tee pads were concrete instead of having the slippery sand. But, I like both courses. Just the tee pads on this one are nicer. This is a great course. The new disc golf course here.
Excellent. And so you'll be back next year to defend your title?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
All right. Are you going to watch your interview on discgolftv.com? Do you ever watch discgolftv.com?
I do watch Disc Golf TV. I check it out all the time. I got it on my favorites on my computer, so I'll be checking it out.
And we'll move over and check out the battle for the second place hardware between 17-year-old Derek Billings from Folsom, California, and Jonathan Baldwin from Santa Cruz. Even though it was already decided that both players would tie for a second place cash, there was still a playoff for the larger Lava Lamp trophy. Jonathan Baldwin is one of the best players in Santa Cruz, and the only reason you've never heard of him is he doesn't do much traveling to the larger NTs, although he can hang with almost any professional out there as he demonstrates with this long putt. Pars for both on the first hole moves us to this birdie look for John, which comes up just short. Derek's birdie putt would hit a branch, giving both players a par and pushing the playoff to the next hole. On the next hole, Derek would hit a tree 20 feet off the tee but kept it together and laughed it off. JB would have the perfect chance to park it right down the fairway but would also get tree-nied and slapped to the side of the fairway. Derek would play it smart and make sure he would be able to make his next putt to save par. And John, knowing he too would need a par to carry over to the next playoff hole, played a safe up shot that left him with a routine short give-me putt. Both players would par and move on to the fourth playoff hole. Derek was playing in the intermediate division a little over a year ago, and he shows how far he's come as he parks this drive and continues to find himself atop the Open division. Johnny B's drive would grip lock off to the right side but get a favorable kick which left him with this makeable par. A solid putt for John and an easy one for Derek would give them both pars and carry them over to the fifth and final playoff hole. Derek didn't like his drive as it hit a tree in the fairway and kicked left. John would suffer the same fate and also leave him shooting from the far left side of the fairway. Derek's approach shot would hit some branches but muscle through to give him a very makeable shot for par. John's approach would also hit a branch, but did not get a favorable kick at all and left him with a very deep par look. He gave it a good run, but it wasn't enough as he missed his par and gave Billings this 25-footer for the win. And with that putt, Derek would win the playoff and take home the larger Lava Lamp trophy. Both of these guys are super nice off the course and extremely talented on the course. Look for both of these guys to be near the top of the Open division in any event they enter. And that wraps it up for Disc Golf TV's coverage of the 2007 San Francisco Safari. We hope you can make it out to the West Coast next year to experience this showcase event. Thanks for watching another Club 81 production.